Hello everyone, my name is Edoggz and welcome back to this review channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Elite-1. This is the Netflix exclusives of this figure. From here on out, we're going to do every single figure that I currently own in the Siege. So there's no particular order in which they are going to show up as. So I hope you enjoy. It's going to be a mix of everything from here on out, pretty much, in a nutshell. So let's take a look at the box. So here we have the box. I like the negative black and white version of this box compared to the more, I don't want to say common, but the regular packaging. I like how it's all white and it's broken up by the red. On the Decepticon side, it has a little bit of purple dash throughout, but that's a whole different story. I like the inside of the insert where you have this picture on a red background. You have the little white Autobot symbol there. I like this as well. We have the all black and white inverted colors, and you have this little red breaking up the little corners here and there. We have the back of the box. We have Elite-1 in her robot mode, and we have her in her Cybertronian car mode. It takes 15 steps, and to tell you the truth, it doesn't really feel like 15 steps, you know, to me. Again, here on this side, and then underneath, and on the top. So let's get into the figure, shall we? Now, this is the first time that Elite-1 has gotten a figure based off her character that's in the show and in the comic books. Let's see, that's a very long time if you think about it. You know, 20, 23, no, not even 30 years or something like that. 30 something years since we never had this figure before in our life. So here we have it, and if we want to go by the comic book or the TV show, her original name was meant to be Ariel. Ariel and Orion Pax were dating. They were an item during their time working at a mining facility, collecting energon, as you do. And one day they were tasked to deliver the energon to a factory, a warehouse, I should say, to stockpile for emergencies. So as they go on their trip to deliver this energon, they run into 5 Decepticons, this is the comic book version, and Orion Pax is kind of curious about them. He's a little bit on the naive side, and then one day, I'm not exactly sure if Orion Pax ran into the Decepticons or the Decepticons purposely running into Orion Pax. But the story is they started talking. Orion Pax led them back to this hidden warehouse where they store the energon. And on that day, Ariel here was on patrol, and she told him that it was highly irregular to have or bring people who are unauthorized to this place. And he tried to vouch for him, he, like I said, he's naive. He's trying to vouch for him. He's trying to tell him that these guys are cool and all that other good stuff. And it turns out that they are not. So this is the Decepticons' first initial attack against Orion Pax, who was fatally damaged in the conflict, and she was badly damaged as well. The Decepticons took all of the energon, and they fled. Where Ariel here had enough strength to transform and take Orion Pax to a guy named Alpha Trion, and we're going to continue that story when we get back to the robot mode. So here she is in a robot mode. Her colors is more of a fuchsia pink overall. We have a little, like a little peach on her collar, on her helmet. She has light blue eyes. The face is like an off-white, like almost like a pearl type of color. We have these white thighs. Knees are red. We have these tan color for the lower leg, red feet. We have this, I don't know if you want to call that purple or you want to call it cayenne blue, but we have this translucent gun. The gun doesn't have a fancy name like everybody else does, which I'm kind of curious why that is. But yeah, Decepticon, oh my god, I'm losing my mind. The Autobot symbols here on the chest, and then we have this big backpack on the back. We have the cayenne blue windshield. We have this little antenna there, and that's pretty much what it looks like behind her. Now we're going to go into articulation before we go into transformation. I have to admit something. Transformation, I don't know. It's something, it's something else. But articulation is all the way up. You can get the arm all the way up like so, and you can bring the arm all the way back to its backpack. You can go all the way this much on the shoulder outwards. There is a bicep swivel at the top, or I should say the bottom of the shoulder, right there. The hands can go in and out if you need to. There's 360 degrees on the waist. And it has this nice, I don't know if you want to call that tan, like a tan color right there, broken up between the navel and the bottom of her chest region right there. Legs go away about that much. You can bring out the knee, but you can also go way past the knee due to the transformation. There's a swivel at the thigh, mid thigh, I should say, but that's also for the transformation. It does turn at the top if you need to. If you need to move it, it does move. On the other side, we got this going on as far as back as it gets, and it goes back that. And that's all you're gonna get. Outward movements, that's about it. You will have to move this whole piece right here to actually get it a little higher, and that is about it for the articulation. Now, if you don't want this backpack on, it's optional. And how you get off is you got to unplug it from the back. There's a little lever right here that unhooks it, and it slides right off. We're going to put this back here real quick. And what you do with this piece is you just flip this over like so, so that the windshield covers up that hole. You could leave it like this, as you see right now, or you can bring that down, but that's for the decarb mode. But you leave it up like this, and you can pose her however you want on this thing. Takes a little bit doing to get them all, they're both on there. And you could probably do it a better pose than this, to be honest. But I'm just throwing this together just to do the video. But you can, maybe you could bend the knees forward. Bring that forward. Maybe she's talking to somebody as she's moving along. You can have something like that. Now, for this to actually work, you probably need another stand, and that stand needs to plug into either this piece right here, or you need to find something that plugs into these holes on the side if you want to really have floating around in the air like that. So yeah, so that's it. Putting it on is just as easy as taking it off. You just flip this around, flip it upside down like that. This hook is going to be on this side, and you just want to find this door. There's a little door here. It's on the spring. Just push this spring down. Plug it together, get it on the other side, plug that together, and just bring that back up. You got to find those little peg holes by moving these little levers, kind of giving you like an adjustment to where it is. And you just simply plug those in. Now this takes a little bit doing then too, because you don't have too much space to look. Here she go, blocking her face. Anyway, so yeah, transformation. I'm going to be absolutely honest. I'm not 100% on the transformation because of the lower legs. You'll find that out in a second. But you take this transparent blue gun out of her hand. And to note, there's not enough clearance for this figure. That's what it is. That's the word I'm looking for. It's not enough clearance for this figure to actually work, but it does. So you want to take the backpack, you want to bring it away that far. You want to take the arms. It's not in the instructions, but you take the arms, you bring it up like this to give enough space to wiggle these out. So you go in here on the side, bring it out. You see how easy that was? There's nothing in the way. Do the same thing, go in here in the corner to bring this out. Like so. Now you can bring these arms back down because you don't need them up there like that. Next, you want to get in here with your finger and you want to bring this nose up like so. And you're pretty much good to go with the top portion of it. So next is you want to bring it down, the body, and the top part of the car is going to move up like this. Next, you want to take the head, turn it around like so. You could do that before moving it down, if you will, or you could just turn that around when you first start transforming it. It doesn't matter which way you do it. You take this piece, unplug it one more time. You want to turn it like so. Now it's supposed to be up like this because you need the room. Now this piece is going to plug into her back. There's a hole right there, and it's going to plug into her back. Here we have these two doors. Easy peasy. Just bring those out. Bring those out. The wheels are the same color as the gun and her eyes and the antenna that's on the back. Now there is a little hole here, a rectangle hole there, and then there's a rectangle peg there. Those two go together and they restrict the movement of her hips, which is very important because when you're turning these, the hip wants to move, and that's not a good thing. So now you want to turn these lower legs around, completely around. Same thing on the other side. Turn this completely around. Like that. They don't peg together or anything like that. You just want them just like this. You take the feet, bring them up. Take the feet, bring them up. And it says in the instructions you want to bring this all the way up like that. It should be right there. And again, there's nothing, the peg this in. There's nothing that says, okay, this is correct or any kind of way. You just want to bring this up to the chest. Do the same thing other side. So it should be something like this. We're going to make adjustments as we go, but it should be something like this, to be honest. Right? Keep the arms to the side, and we're going to bring this piece down. Like so. It goes together just like that. Very easy. Right? Very easy. Now, if you happen to forget, like I did, there's these panels right here. You gotta get these panels out. Like so. These panels will pop into this little square thing right here. And then you can bring this down. Right? It's gonna create that door. One more time. Now that something's getting in the way. Okay, so this panel just came off. Don't worry about that. Now sometimes this comes off, sometimes it doesn't. It's just one of those times when you're filming and you're trying to do something real quick. There we go. Just wanna bring it down. So on the one side it is done. Other side, there we go. Yeah, so there we have it. Right? So it should be look just like this. For the bottom part, you gotta push these arms down. Make sure her chest and her body is pushed down against the top. And that is about as much room you're going to get. It should be no further than this because the wheels are right there. Now, here's where I'm getting lost at. Right, so like I said, there's a peg in a hole. You want to move these arms out of the way because you're not going to see it. So there's a peg there, and there's a hole on the opposite side of that. And they're supposed to peg together, kind of deal. Like that. Now her legs gotta go something like this, and you need to go in at an angle, her lower legs. So it should be something like that. I know that looked easy, but it's really temporarily because this is still peeping out from the side, so you gotta adjust it as you go, and it should be at an angle at the same time because this needs to be at an angle here in the corner. Something to this effect. It should be something like that. Let's find out if we got it right on the other side. And as you can see, her waist is moving. That means it's not plugged in. So we're going to try one more time, see if we can fix that. Hold on. Okay, I finally got it. All right, so again, the arms need to be laid down like that. I'm going to bring these legs down like so. Let's put it in this orientation so you know what I'm talking about. And these guys have to be at an angle in this slot. So you just gotta bring that forward, pop that in like so, and there's like a little hook of some sort, like a little corner where the knees are supposed to rest. So it should be something like that. We're going to test it out when we roll it around on the table. See if I got it right. Same thing on the other side. You know you got it when it fits into place. So that looks like I got it. That looks like it is. Let's give it a test. I mean, it's a little bit of drag there. One of the wheels is not touching. We got to get this front piece out. There's a little bit of drag. Something's not even, but that's the closest I can get to the vehicle mode. So you take this gun and you plug it at the top, like so. Now again, when this is on the surface, you can probably tell. You actually see the gun right there underneath that. Maybe better storage could have been a thing. You could have laid it down against the back of this. That would have been fine. So yeah. Now in the comics and the cartoon, she does not transform into this. This is something new that they put into place, and this is because of the Michael Bay live action movies. If you've seen Revenge of the Fallen, you'll see Arcee and her triplets, if you will, and they're different colors. Most importantly, they're the same bikes. It's just they're different colors. So they went with having the same vehicle because of them, and it kind of made it a thing, if you will. They kind of made it canon that they are the same colors. But in the cartoon, they are all a different type of vehicle. So here it is. It's a nice fuchsia. We have this white in the front. I wouldn't mind a little bit on the grill, but that's okay. Or maybe this little triangle business right here. I like this piece right here. I wish they had put it on this stripe in the back. That would have been cool. The doors, I don't have a problem with. Some people believe that the doors should have been a different color, like a pink color, but I'm fine with the doors. There's nothing to say about the back. to be honest with you. And that is about it for the vehicle. Now, it's not based on anything real. It's totally 100% fictional. So let's get back into the robot mode in which she is going to stay as. So you just bring this out. Do the same thing on this side. Bring this out. Now the problem I was having before I paused it was there's this piece right here that's supposed to fall into that hole. It wasn't moving. So I had to take it off camera and try to wiggle it in, which resulted in this stretch mark over here on this right hand corner of the window. So be careful. So you take this piece, flip these closed. Before you do, you got to close these doors on the inside. Then flip these closed. Then you take this, bring it around, peg it into the back. Take this gun out. We're going to bring the backpack outwards by pushing the body upwards. Like so. Take this piece, the nose, flip that down. Turn the head while we're here. You can lift these arms a little bit. You can fold these doors in on itself. So now you can bring this down like that. Turn the legs around so everything's even, all the lines are even. So if we're going to get this as a masterpiece, I hope it's very different from the Arcee version, which we're going to get into in a second. I hope it's just a totally different vehicle, not just the same thing over and over again. All right, so like I said, this top piece moves. If you need it to move, and just move this waist back, and then you have your Arcee back in robot mode. Now this particular character is going to stay in robot mode in my display in my collection. Now in the comic book, I just wanted to include before we close out this video, after she and Orion Pax got fixed up by Alpha Trion, they went by new names. Orion Pax became Optimus Prime, and she became Elite-1. Elite-1 joined the Resistance and created her own team, which consisted of Chromia, Firestar, Moonracer, Greenlight, Lancer, and Arcee. So since we are talking about Arcee, we have the repaint that's in another series. So this is a repaint. This is without the backpack to make them look more different. We have the pink and white version mixed up with the gray. That's going to be a different video altogether. But they're on the same team. They model up the same thing. There is an exclusive version. I think her name is Greenlight. That is the same model like this. I'm not sure I'm going to get that, but in my opinion, the character Firestar has these colors, that the Elite-1's, and Elite-1 has more colors like Arcee, but way more less pink and more whites. But that's just a little nitpick, obvious nitpick that I have. It doesn't bother me too much. It's just the difference. So I'm going to have to go back and find the rest of the girls so we can build Elite-1's resistance team that went underground during the whole time the Autobots were on Earth fighting the Decepticons, and they're going to be a subgroup, just like the Wreckers, just like the JVC, and all those little sub groups that they got there. So I hope you enjoy this video. The next one coming up will be about Arcee. There will be a comparison between her and another figure, so stay tuned for that. Also, this weekend I'm going to be going live. I believe it's going to be Saturday and Sunday. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, is going to be live. So make sure you check your alerts. I'm going to have to do some testing with my phone to see if I'm able to do it. But there will be a video Saturday and Sunday. I'm not going to tell you where it is. It's going to be really good. You're going to enjoy it. So hope you enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down, read it, and leave me a comment. Send me questions. Now, before I go, the only real difference between these guys is the design. Same cues, different design in the chest. The shorts are different design, but everything else is exactly the same. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.